is, but I've got lost my horse.
Yeah, I suspect I think you're going to change that I need to be aware of. On the first thing, the changes to the market regulations. This is actually a most welcome change to actually simplify the regulations. As you know, for quite a few years I've been trying to get the winter rents down on the market to actually make it more viable for people to operate throughout the whole year. Obviously charging people for 47 weeks instead of 50 weeks partly achieves the same thing in terms of there is a reward for actually staying on the market for the whole year rather than just being a day trader in the summer. So I've already welcomed these changes. I'm obviously not aware if anything else has been changed in the regulations, but I do think it's a positive step to try and simplify the charging structure so that they just pay 47 weeks and there's not a lot of admin work on refunding, paying back, etc. So I welcome these changes and hope we can simplify a lot more of the council's regulations.
Thank you. Any questions? Thank you very much. This is as a result of a lot of discussion and consultation. It's gone over a long period of time. It does mean that the market traders will benefit by paying for 47 weeks. It's looked that they welcome this. It is in fact looked that the council won't suffer unduly because of being able to re-let stalls where market traders are not there. And it's a change that's welcomed all around, so I think it's fairly straightforward. There are no changes to anything that is not in the report. Councillor Lloyd?
It's nice, Chair, that the fact that the Green Party come to the table of this Cabinet and congratulate us on an effort that we continue to put a wonderful surge in as the Labour authority of this borough. Today he's not criticised not once, he's praised us and done everything because we are doing a good service to the markets and the people of this borough. And that's nice for them. I do hope the press get that they actually come into the table, congratulate us on how we conduct ourselves as a party and helping our marketers and our residents. I think he ought to do that more often, Chair.
I'm not going to discuss
I didn't expect it
because
to.
the reports about the street
But I mean,
market, not about Councillor Collins.
People are entitled to come to the chair and say whatever they like, but if you agree with them, what you got to come, it must be the time of year to come and say, just rattle it at the committee, which is democracy at its best, to say, well done, I agree. What? I thought you're coming if you're going to have a crack at a different party, you criticise have a crack at, but what, you know, we just get it to the coming to the table to say it. But they're entitled to do. But I'm glad it's for a recommendation to us an hour before we do our job.
Councillor Jackson.
No, just move the recommendation and so do welcome the fact that there seems to have been a good consultation with positive outcome.
We all agree with that?
Agree.
Thank you very much. Item 7. Because I don't have to present this, I will go back to the other system. We've got the new system, which is on page 28. Which councillor is it presenting this?
Before I do, Chair, I do not believe the Green Party is part of this Cabinet.
Councillor. Yeah, please.
Logically, they ain't. Thank you. My report, a new street off party order. This report seeks approval from Cabinet to undertake formal consultation on the proposed new off-street parking place in order 215, which is attached in Appendix 1. A new off-street parking order is being proposed in order to allow three things to happen.
are not moving backwards and forwards enough.
No, councillor. Just carry on, councillor.
Right, I had a word this morning with Howard about the car parking situation. Obviously, the problem we're trying to tackle is people working in Bedworth and parking for the whole day in the miners' welfare park. Looking at installing a ticket machine at a cost of £4,000 and potentially having to install 2 ticket machines because it's quite a large car park, and obviously you also have issues of machines breaking, seems an excessively expensive way of solving the problem, and also puts a burden on people to actually keep typing in their numbers. I absolutely hate these machines when you have to, particularly when the lighting's bad, type in your licence plate number, even remember what the licence plate number is, because I don't drive a car that often. And I think a far simpler way of controlling people parking for the whole day in the miners' welfare park in the weekdays is to actually just put a signed limit up, 3 hours maximum stay, no return in 3 hours or something. Absolutely simple, doesn't cost us £4,000, doesn't involve people putting licence plates in and doing a lot of admin, and won't get mucked up when they change the design of pound coins or the paracut or it's just far simpler if you don't want people to stay for more than 3 hours, is to put a sign up, put the parking regulations in to limit the stay for 3 hours in the weekday, and not have the faff with all this machinery that actually then adds an extra cost. The downside of that is you may have to patrol the car park slightly more if and when there are issues with parking. But what I see that as doing is creating work. Rather than spending £8,000 on machinery, we might actually occasionally have a few more hours of a person going around taking numbers. So I think it's a far more sensible thing to actually do away with the idea of having machinery, at least at the start, because the signage may be more than enough and the prospect of £50 or £70 fine to put people off parking there all day. Thank you, Chair.
Any questions to Councillor Cundog? No, thank you. Well, I would like to speak in favour of what Cllr Lloyd has put forward. The advantage of putting machines is it's a one-off cost, basically. It isn't constantly recurring cost. It's what local people want, because they want to be able to go into the park, take their children to the playground, use the other facilities there, and not be in a situation where they cannot park their car due to selfish people who have blocked the entire car park, knowing that it's a car park for the park, by leaving their car all day. And my experience of fairly selfish people is that no amount of signage makes any difference whatsoever. You only have to look in Nuneaton town centre, where people go against the one-way system through no entry signs and goodness knows what else because of signs. We've even heard recently of one car which parks in the town centre throughout the day and then tries to weave its way through pedestrians and so on. So I really don't think selfish people take any notice of signs, and this system will allow people who are genuinely using the park to be able to use the park, park their car free of charge, and deter people who are preventing that. Councillor Jackson, did you have anything?
No, I just said
Oh, right, sorry. Councillor Lloyd, I'll come back to Councillor Lloyd.
Yeah, I absolutely think this is the way to go in this area, and 100% support it. I've had complaints after complaints after complaints. I hear what the councillor has just said, but at the end of the day, as we've said, this is a one-off cost. One machine, not two, one machine. It's a one-off cost for the machine and the signage for the Riversley Park, etc. If we went down what was being suggested by Councillor Cundog, it wouldn't be a one-off cost. As he said, it took a couple of hours just out of the sky. Looking at, you'd end up having to do the same for Riversley Park, the same for Bedworth Park, the centres, etc., etc. You do for one, you've got to do for them all. it's the same parking order basically that goes across all the sites. So then that's a couple of hours here, a couple of hours there. Suddenly you've got quite a lot of hours you're having to pull people away from work on other car parks to visit these new venues. So it does work. It's been in force now for a considerable length of time at Bedworth Baths and Pingles Baths. I use both the gyms on a regular basis. On a Sunday, for example, I use the gym. I then go swimming with my grandkids, and even by doing that, and we all know how long it takes grandkids to get ready, etc., once they come out of the swimming baths. Even doing all of that and having a drink, and buying a drink for the kids at the end of it, it still don't take me 3 hours. So it's sufficient time to do everything you need to do. The problem in the summer, and Dennis is quite right, it's selfishness. People will park for free in the car park at the cricket club there, cricket pavilion there, in Bedworth Park. So mums and toddlers who are coming to use that park can't get in. So the kids go away disappointed because there's nowhere for them to park, because shoppers and people working in the town centres have parked there all day long. So I actually commend it. I think it is the way to go. It protects the verges in our parks as well. Riversley Park, when you go down that roadway, I'll challenge anybody, if they go there tomorrow or look today, it's the same. You've got cars parked on the grass and the road, half on, half off, all the way down to the museum, and one actually parks right on the corner of the highway coming off that very dangerous roundabout. Now that's a hazard, but because we can't enforce, there's nothing we can do about it. And they park all the way down, they're wrecking the verges, they're causing a nuisance, and like Dennis says, it's selfishness, they don't care. They don't care. So this actually enables us to actually enforce their so I can't say any more. I can only firm up what Councillor Harvey says and commend the portfolio and the department for bringing these conditions, these enforcement conditions through for us, because at the end of the day it's needed.
Councillor Lloyd?
Yeah. It just proves to me when people come and say that they really don't study and understand they've never learned anything really about how council operates and what they do. There's a one-off cost for the machine. We would have to have people keep doing there. We must have bodies down there, which would cost a tremendous amount of money to police it. It is needed because a lot of people down there are parking down there all day and whatever. People can't turn around. When you say turn around, come in and out and enjoy the parks and all the stuff that we do there, because a lot of people come and park free and whatever they do through the work and everything, whatever, and avoid paying into the other car parks. So again, we've got the one car machine. It will save people going across. We have enough to be put down, looking after all the car parks, and we are doing extremely well in our car parks, looking after them, whatever. I think we just come and say at the moment, because it's a time of year again, and they do really do understand what the people are requesting, what they want us to do, and if they actually looked at the cost of all of it, the way we're doing it with whatever, was far, far less cost to it than what is being suggested. I reckon we ought to set up some training schools for them to learn anything. So I move what is in front of us to the Cabinet for endorsement, please.
Is that second? All those in favour of?
Agreed.
Unanimous.